In this video, I'll talk about evenly spacing buttonholes. Buttonholes are needed on a cardigan or other item where you are using buttons to fasten your knitting. Sometimes the pattern will spell out the spacing for your buttonholes and what buttonhole type to use, but other times you may need to plan these out yourself, or you may want to change the pattern. So it can be helpful to know how to evenly space your buttonholes. There is some math involved. I'll spell out the steps in the description box below, but the basic approach is to take your total number of stitches in your buttonhole band, take the number of stitches at the front and the end that you want before and after your button, your first and last buttonhole, and subtract those from the total number of stitches across. Take the number of buttonholes that you want to work times the number of stitches involved in those buttonholes. In this case, this is an eyelet buttonhole that uses 2 stitches. So I have 4 buttonholes and each one uses 2 stitches. So I subtract 8 stitches from my remaining total number of stitches. And then I divide that remaining number by the number of buttonholes minus 1. So I have 3 spaces here in between these 4 buttonholes because I already accounted for the stitches that I want on either end. And that number is the number of stitches in between each buttonhole. It's likely to not be a whole number, so you will need to round. Usually you want to round down. You will then have some extra stitches left over and you'll want to throw them in the spaces as evenly as you can, as evenly spread out as possible. So then you'll have your number of stitches to work before the first buttonhole. You'll work your first buttonhole, and then you'll have your number of stitches that you determined to work after that buttonhole is finished using those 2 stitches. You will then have a set number of stitches to work before your next buttonhole, in this case using 2 stitches. Now that works great for stockinette where you don't have a stitch pattern you're needing to account for. You can have any number of stitches in between those buttonholes and it won't impact what the stitch pattern looks like. When you throw in a stitch pattern though, like ribbing here, or a more complicated stitch pattern or a double rib or something like that, you'll need to do a little more tweaking than to the number of stitches in between your buttonhole. You may need to pick a different buttonhole that spans more stitches so that it sits more nicely in the stitch pattern. You might need to adjust the number of stitches in between your buttonholes so that the buttonhole lands where it looks most attractive in that stitch pattern. So swatching and charting things out and kind of pre-planning and doing a bunch of swatching to find not only the buttonhole that looks best in the stitch pattern you're working with, but also the placement within that stitch pattern, and then the spacing that looks the best. You may need to add more buttonholes to get the spacing to look better, or fewer buttonholes, things like that. So the math is kind of the first step just to get a general plan, and then you will need to tweak the numbers to work best for the stitch pattern that you're working with. Swatching is key when you are planning a buttonhole in a particular stitch pattern and figuring out spacing. But the math can be helpful to be a starting point to figuring out the best spacing for your buttonholes. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.